Although the series returned with its winter premiere on January 8, Chicago PD is taking another short hiatus. The most recent installment centers around Toya Turner's Officer Cook as she tries to help a man whose family is being held for ransom. Season 12, Episode 10, titled Zoe, will air on January 22 and see an unexpected visitor cause disruption for Burzek and Burgess amidst an emotional investigation involving an unidentified young girl. While they've been engaged multiple times, Burzek and Burgess, also known as Burzek, are finally going to make it down the aisle in Season 12. Showrunner Gwen Saigon promises that the fan-favorite pairing is on the road to happiness, as she felt it was time to shift away from their long-running will they won't they dynamic. The two will continue to support each other as they face new challenges in their personal lives, with the series focusing more on the day-to-day aspects of an established relationship. Gwen Saigon, they should be real worried. They should be incredibly worried. I think Voight he's going to be trying to hide it, of course, and he's not going to fill in the team just yet, but he knows what's at stake here, and he also knows there's a reason. There are going to be some favors being called in. There are going to be some big asks from Reed. If Reed is holding this information and wanting to be friends, there's a good reason for that, and we will see through the second half of the season how that relationship grows and what Reed's motivations are in keeping intelligence in his pocket and what he wants to use them for throughout the rest of the season. It'll keep going. It'll go all the way to the finale. Gwen Saigon, it's got a lot of repercussions for him. We obviously saw the consequences in real time as far as the team finding out and how the team reacted and that feeling of betrayal that a lot of the members had that he did this. But we'll also see a lot of the emotional fallout in the second half of the season. This death triggers a lot for him, even all the way back to childhood. I think that question of why was he attracted to her, and what she said to him before she died, which was, we are the same. I think they were attracted to each other's trauma in a lot of ways, and we explore that in the second half of the season when he's emotionally dealing with the loss of her and also some other events that happen. It's an interesting descent a bit for him when he's not doing well and exploring his relationship with religion and how that also kind of helped keep him really grounded. And now that everything's sort of shaking in his foundation, that sort of shakes too. And so we see him in a different place, and it's interesting, and Benny's been killing it, so I'm excited for everyone to see those episodes coming up. Gwen Saigon, yes, there will be happiness, I promise. There will be happiness. They're going to make it down the aisle this season. They will have a wedding, do the full commitment, all of that. It's been nice this season. We came into it knowing that's where we wanted to end it. It wasn't about the will they won't they. We've played that so many times, so we wanted to do something different. Now we see the day-to-day of how they're a couple. This is their relationship, this is their bedrock, but also life keeps coming at you, and now, how do you deal with it as a couple? And seeing them grow together in all of these transitions and changes that they both have in their individual lives. So we've got Burgess becoming detective, and then we have Burzek having a pretty big storyline in the second half of the season here, and both of them being there to support each other, but also how that affects your day-to-day and how your relationship has to morph in just a really normal, grounded way is what we were hoping for. Gwen Saigon, yes, she's coming back in episode 15 and then she'll be with us for a lot of the back half of the season, and we sort of pick right back up where we left off. With her and Voight, and see how that time apart has kind of morphed them. Now they've had some time to think about things and just where that relationship will grow and how it keeps changing for the two of them. They both have a lot of stories together, sort of taking down Reed, and so she's a big part of that. And logistically, how can we take down this person who has all of this dirt and also pretty much runs the CPD? So she becomes a big factor in that, and we get to see a lot of her in the back end.